Once upon a time, there was a wise old man who lived in a small village in the mountains. He was known for his great wisdom and his ability to solve problems that no one else could. One day, a young man from the village came to the old man with a problem. "I am feeling very unhappy," the young man said. "I have tried everything to find happiness, but nothing seems to work. Can you help me?" The wise old man listened to the young man's story and nodded thoughtfully. "I can offer you some advice," he said. "But you must be willing to listen and to follow my teachings." The young man nodded eagerly, and the old man began to speak. "The problem with seeking happiness is that it is a never-ending quest. You can search your entire life for happiness, but you will never find it if you are always seeking it outside of yourself. True happiness comes from within." The young man looked puzzled. "What do you mean, from within?" he asked. The wise old man smiled gently. "Happiness is not something that can be bought or acquired. It is not a destination that you can arrive at. Happiness is a state of mind, a way of being in the world. It comes from cultivating a sense of contentment, peace, and joy in your heart." The young man listened carefully to the old man's words, and over time, he began to practice the teachings of Buddhism. He learned to cultivate mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, and he found that his mind became clearer and more focused. He learned to let go of his attachment to external things, and to focus on the present moment. As he practiced, the young man found that he was able to experience a sense of peace and contentment that he had never known before. He no longer felt the need to constantly search for happiness outside of himself, because he had found that true happiness came from within. The story of the wise old man and the young man teaches us that true happiness comes from within, and that it is not something that can be acquired or bought. It reminds us that by cultivating mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, we can find a sense of contentment and joy in our lives that is not dependent on external circumstances. By focusing on the present moment and letting go of our attachment to things, we can experience a deep and lasting sense of peace and happiness. Thank you for watching, and keep up the spirit in living your life.